just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith, and we're at 242. Wow. And not only are we at episode 242, but it's also Financial Literacy Month. Boy, one more time. So I am hype. I'm excited. This is the time of the year where I am providing knowledge and stuff. Bear with me. I have refreshed some content that I've had from years before, but I am going to give some new tips, new tricks, and all that good stuff. And I thought I would start off this series. Is it a series? I don't know if it's a financial literacy series yet. We will determine that by the end of the day. We'll determine that by the end of this episode, whether it's like a series. You know what? It could be. It all just depends on how I feel throughout the couple weeks. Yes, I know. I'm late again. Hear me out. If anyone knows me, and it's that time of the month, it's a done deal. Not only did I have a horrible heartbreak with the Blue Jays, the biggest heartbreak, game 6 and 7 was the biggest heartbreak I had to deal with. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, like, listen, there was a couple plays that were shocking and all that good stuff, but you know what, Blue Jays, y'all played a hell of a series. Yes, some people are gonna call me bandwagoner, but you know what? Since this, I actually got the love of baseball. Because before I was like, focusing on football and all that stuff, whether it's flag football. But I'm really excited that the anxiety that I had during this game was wild. So I'm really sorry, I'm still house sitting. I'm just excited that they had one heck of a series. Again, I think the experiences that I saw this time, I've never seen it before. Like a large ball. What are the odds that that's gonna happen? I need to find the odds of that actually happening. Shucks. And big up to the person that won the 50 winnings. I think they won like $10 million. Golly Bob. Aren't you lucky? And all that stuff. But I really wanted to I like that color. Let's switch up the color. Boom. Yes, I like that color better. Oh, I want to just give them a shout out. I don't give a damn about who won. I'm being a little salty still because restless nights and even that day I was mush up. I as the good luck charm, I'm sorry, because the Friday I decided to go outside. I usually stay indoors. I made the mistake to do that. So I was like, let me go back to my original spot where I am indoors and watch. However, I was wearing shades and a hat down like this, so the lights wasn't affecting me. It was bad, y'all. So I am sorry. It's a good luck charm. I am sorry. However, it has ended. I don't even think like I didn't celebrate Halloween, but I feel like Halloween scoot over because of this World Series, right? But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, and also again, Hurricane. I almost said Katrina for some reason. Hurricane Melissa. Wow. I was watching Dr. Vibe. Yes, the other day. I tell you when I did this. The other day. And Black River, in St. Elizabeth Parish. My heart goes out to everyone that is affected over there, everyone that's affected in Jamaica, obviously. Again, I will show resources to help because even though there's folks that are helping overall, oh, it breaks my heart. And but my friend is safe and sound, and they're on their way back. So we will see where I am next week, and things, right? But yeah. Okay. So let's just do a little commercial break so we're able to get back in track. All right. Un momento.
Imagine turning financial chaos into calm. Meet Alex. Alex is a young professional buried in bills and receipts. They're overwhelmed, unsure where to start. But then, light bulb moment. Alex discovers Finance IQ. With just a few clicks, Alex is setting up a personalized budget thanks to Finance IQ's user-friendly tools. It's like having a financial coach right at their fingertips. Fast forward a few weeks, and Alex is breezing through bill payments, watching their savings grow, and even planning for the future. No more stress, no more chaos, just simple steps leading to big results. Alex now shops with confidence, knowing every dollar's accounted for. Finance IQ didn't just help organize Alex's finances, it gave them peace of mind. Ready to take control of your finances? Visit Finance IQ today and start your journey to financial freedom. Finance IQ. Simple steps, big results.
Man, oh man. So the one thing about Financial Literacy Month is there's a lot of things we weren't taught about money, right? And I want to point these out. And yes, I've talked about it before, but I think if I am going to do a series, I want to lead with that, like finding out what the problem is, and then throughout this month, let's make solutions, right? Sorry, don't mind me. It looked my camera looked a little off, but it's here, it's good. And you know what? I wanted to make a point when it comes to talking about like we really weren't well, I shouldn't say everyone. I'm not saying everyone wasn't taught about money, but there is a good amount of folks that missed out on the opportunity about money, right? Even if we think about school, um, what them teach us, eh? And I actually found, so I had to go like, do my little research, and I actually found the Ontario curriculum for high school back in the day. And to me, it's exciting because I thought I wouldn't be able to find it, but I actually did find it. So I want to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that before I start off with anything, because to me, it's pretty darn cool. The fact that I was able to find this. And this is like from 2000, right? So I have to think about folks. I have to think about folks that are millennials, maybe Gen X, maybe Gen Zs. I don't know, because recently they have said that they are going to put financial literacy into the mix, into the curriculum, and thank heavens, golly, Bob, because it's about dang time. Because there's so much that we missed out on, and if you agree with me, give me a shout. I definitely have a poll on this. But I want to have the first point. So and I'm gonna try some new things in StreamYard. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll see if it works. It probably won't work for me based on how I. No, the way things work with me, it's not gonna work. They actually have a telecom. It's pretty cool, but I don't know how I'm able to see it overall. So I'm just gonna do what I usually do. And thank God I have a second monitor. Okay. And the weather's decent this week. So I decided to have like a fall color, or autumn for my folks in the UK or South Africa and things, or Australia. Um, allow me. But whatever. So point number 1. Okay. Um, man, the emotional side of money was normally ignored. And I'll put it this way. So when it came to money, do you remember that moment when you found a dime or a quarter on the floor or like on the road? What feeling did you have, right? Or the emotion when you actually lost money, like I don't know, you had a hole in your jacket pocket. It happens. It happens. I'm not saying that you're struggling, but it can happen. Or you just misplaced something. Those emotional sides of money was normally ignored. And that's something that, how can you really teach someone that, unless, well, no, you can teach it, but we missed out on that, right? Or thinking about when you're gambling. And I know say a lot of you guys was betting during this World Series. Like I seen someone say they betted $200,000, and that was like putting a loan on their house and stuff. And bun you because you, sorry, not peeping, but bun you because you did it against us Jays cheaters. But like even that emotion, like, can you imagine what emotion that person's going through and doesn't know how to actually like really understand it? And of course, when it comes to Kamille, I always have an article to celebrate this. So infidelity, wow, it actually has a great 3 great articles. So bear with me. So if we look at it, the money is an emotional and taboo subject, right? So change your mind. I want to show the article that I found an article about it. I don't want to have it, right? So ideally, when it comes to money management, we have that trial and error, and that's part of the emotional side, right? So if your loved ones or your family was able to teach you those aspects, or if you are a parent and you want to teach your children about that aspect, teaching them how to, the emotion aspect, and it's something like this. We don't talk about money triggers, or sorry, we don't talk about how money triggers shame, stress, and silence. Unless you're dealing with someone that's powerful and they're able to overshadow how you're feeling and stuff, if that makes sense. So I hope when I talk about this that parents or mentors or loved ones or anyone actually has a discussion on how you feel when it comes to money and how it triggers you in a certain way. How does money trigger you? And I have talked about money trauma and all that stuff, but sometimes that emotion is a trial and error. You have to learn how to deal with it, right? Normally we're taught how to chase money, but never to actually process the emotions around it, right? Baby, I personally had to deal with my emotions when it came to chasing money, and that was like even in the stock market. She When I was doing like future trading, option trading, I had to deal with my emotions that I felt while I was dealing with it. And there was times when I was like, I can see that I'm being irrational or making irrational decisions. I have to calm down and take a step back so I'm able to regulate my emotions. So, yes, I'm at the sideline, I'm watching, and again, I'm seeing great things happening. I think there's earnings for certain companies, and I look, but I have to be say like, okay, Cam, chill, 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 chill. Like, we can't go hype like we normally did, and then that's also greed and stuff, right? So I've been able to minimize, minimize. I've been able to control that those certain things that happens when it comes to money. There's other triggers that I am also dealing with, but I just want folks to have that aspect is learning to talk about it and be able to decipher what you get or how you feel when you're dealing with money or feeling about money, right? So hopefully that I'll try to have a tip. I'll try to have a tip. I just wanted to point this out. This is me just pointing out the issues, and hopefully I know what I'm gonna do with this series. I'm going to talk about the problems maybe in the first two segments, first 2 to 3, and the last week or even in the beginning of December, a solution. Because we always need a solution. That just makes you guys come back. Come back for more. Sorry, I'm done. But yes, at the end of the day, um, we have to talk about these things. We have to learn about our emotions when it deals with money. Stop ignoring it. Ignoring it is not going to make it better. It's just like your health. Health is wealth. Your mental health, physical health, your financial health is important. So you can't ignore the emotions that you go through when it comes to those, right? Numero dos, two, the myth that all debt is bad. So here's the issue. That freaking saying of money is the root of all evil. It's not. It's a tool, but I digress. The myth that all debt is bad. Now, if we're thinking about strategic debt like education or investing, obviously that is not bad debt. Depends what you decide to go to school for, but I haven't had that discussion. I probably partially had that discussion, but I don't want to knock anyone. I don't want to fully knock what you took in school. It's just having that ability to have that structure to study and all that great stuff. We're forever learning at the end of the day, right? But yeah, the strategic debt versus consumer traps. Can we tell the difference when we hear that? And I even want to add another one with because even though education and somewhat investing, we don't really talk about leveraging. And if you remember Andre, big up Andre, by the way, he would talk about leveraging. And I believe Miles, when I spoke to him in September, he spoke about leveraging as well. And that's with businesses and investing. So you can think of it those three ways, right? So I'm trying to have you, ladies and gentlemen, understand that there are different type of debt or no debt leveraging that is bad and that is good. Basically, if the debt is giving you assets like stocks, a business, a home, other set of assets, that is good. You can do that, right? But if it's something that is draining your pockets and reducing your net worth, it's bad. It's safe to say that we need to find a way to stop being a consumer, stop being that rat race of consuming, right? Um, and we also know when it comes to debt, it does affect a lot of things. It affects, again, your emotions of how you feel, because if you're drowning in debt, bad debt, it's gonna stress you out, right? Unless you're drowning in good debt, as in leveraging your stuff, you'll kind of feel a little bit better, just a little bit better. But you also want to be mindful of your credit as well, right? What else? That's also there's an extra one. There's an extra one. I have an extra one, so I'm not even gonna add this. So hold on, let me see my points. No, I'll add it to the third point. So write down the things that you have purchased in a while and check to see if it's actually a liability or if it's actually an asset. Because, and if you can honestly tell me you don't have an asset, all I'm saying is, I'm not trying to be mean. I really, really would like to stress to contact me, especially if you have no assets. And I mentioned what type of assets. I'm not talking about that car that that costs like 1,000 or 1,200 a month. I'm talking about things that will generate income, asset producing money or products. Sorry, asset producing products. Okay, I'm not talking about something that takes money away from you every month. Please, please contact me. Okay? Okay. And also join the Discord. If you're leveraging and you're investing, come on, come true, come true. I'm just gonna have this for a minute. Because hey, like I said, it's we have 2 more freaking months. So I'm very happy because I'm almost done another project and I might be at actually a few projects. Being away, and when I say away from my original home, I've been able to crack down and finish a lot of stuff. So I'm hoping to finish it all, but the Blue Jays actually like deterred me a little bit and stuff. But sorry, I digress. Darn it, hold on. So part three, point number 3. The school didn't teach us the right money skills. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Because you want to know what? I was like, man, they really didn't have financial literacy. Like when we were going to school, I was like, dang, but I swear we had like accounting and stuff. That's why I had to find this. And I am going to bring it up. I am gonna bring this up because this part's important, right? This part is very important. I'm actually gonna show this. I'm gonna share it. Am I going to remember all the pages that I looked for or looked at? I hope so. Bear with me, bear me, and if not, I will just look at the table of contents and go back because I have no shame in my game. So, okay, for all the folks that don't remember school like this, like in the 2000s, yes, may I age myself, but don't worry because it still look young. You see it. So we had the arts, business studies. Ideally, hear me out. Hear me out. Yes, we did focus on businesses, which is wild because the amount of entrepreneurs that are in the business and the curriculum that I saw under business studies, I'm flabbergasted. But I digress. Canadian and world studies, classical studies and international languages, English as a second language. We also have French as a second language. Why did I just do that? Golly. Oh, guidance and career education. Maybe it could be there as well. Why wouldn't it have been there? Right? That was my thought process when I was looking at this. But I will show you again. Health and physical education, mathematics, a little bit, but not really. But I will show you. Like I mentioned. Oh, please don't do what I think you're gonna do. Mathematics. Oh, native languages, native studies, science, social studies, and humanities. I said it wrong. Allow me, guys. Allow me, guys. Sometimes I get tongue twisted. And technological education. Let me drink my water. Because the way the tongue ties sometimes. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to take a picture of this. Because I'm not going to go based on memory. I'm going to go based on this. Okay. Oop. It'd be smart to do like that. And then I'll use that as reference. So I want to go to page 13, business studies. Okay. So from what I saw, I had to go back a little bit more. Okay. So you would think that business studies might have something, right? So I was like, come on, business studies had to have something about personal finance, right? But obviously, no, Kamille, because it's business. So it was talking about like financial accounting, but it wasn't really talking about like money management when it came to personal life, right? But it did talk about budgeting and stuff, right? So it just shows what we wanted to show. So you see, it has introduction to business. I can't even remember if I actually took this course. I wish I remembered if I took this course, but I can't remember, so allow me. I know I took accounting. Definitely remember taking accounting and algebra. Oh, I pray for everyone that took algebra and passed. Introduction to financial accounting, all these good stuff, cool. Introduction to entrepreneurial studies, awesome. But see how it shows you like the grade range. So it's really important to kind of review this to see how you're going to scope out your, like, for all the parents that have their child going into grade 9 and you're kind of seeing like where they're going. It's good to look at something like this for this year's curriculum. and talk with your child, not guide, like tell them what they're going to do, ask them what they want to do to see where they stand on like information, right? We got information technology. I remember taking that course, or one of the courses, and I hated it, but I wish I actually did because of coding and stuff. Introduction to international business, marketing, organizational studies, so like HR. And these are just prepping because this is like in grade 12. I think OAC? I think it was OAC was gone by then, right? So then it shows you a graph of how you want to do it. And then these are your options, right? And then if we scroll down a little bit more, this is where it explains, right? So, you see this one? You see this one there? Introduction to business. Students will learn concepts and skills related to personal finance, entrepreneurship, and international business. So then I was like, I would love for a teacher to just that's listening to explain like what did, because this was 25 years ago. Okay? I had someone ask me about a password that I created 2 years ago. Do you think I remember that password? Ain't no way I'm gonna remember all the courses from grade 9 or grade 10 and stuff. So I kind of don't remember it, but I vaguely, if anything, it was a week's time, right? So just like the teachers that remember, or the people like that are my age and things, the millennials, tell me if you remember this, because I don't remember anything about personal finance, really. The only thing I vaguely remember is cooking up in that place because I did a cooking competition, and then trying to take care of a baby. Golly. And even that was a nightmare because I think it was the doll, not the egg. Thank God heaven they didn't give me an egg, because I would have just replaced the egg from home and things. But then here you have like accounting, introduction to accounting. So ideally there wasn't anything about personal finance, right? And if it was a glimpse, right? But then if I go to page, so then I want to think about guidance and career education. That's 53. Let's see how that, no, that's health. And, oh, do a little bit up more. Okay. I have someone that wants to be a troublemaker again. So let's see, advanced learning strategies. Let's see, what else? Oh, what else, young? Don't do what I think you're gonna do, buddy. Let's see, learning strategies, skills for success in secondary school, career studies, design your future. It didn't go based on the way I took the photos, so the table of contents are a little bit wonky. Now it's not showing, as you can see. I don't know what. It is a scan. Ooh, there it is. Okay. There we are, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here. And I'll also say this because my mom told me this. And yes, I didn't listen to her when I was young. I didn't care about French. I went till grade 10. Probably most thing I know how to say is s'il vous plaît. But French is important, folks, especially because it's our second language and you'll be able to get good opportunities. Oh, see, okay, so this one, it looks like guidance and career education doesn't do anything as well. Let's see if I can look at the design your future. Let me tell you, this dog is more spoiled than my dog, eh? Don't tell him that I'm spoiling another dog. for 2 weeks. Okay. Look at it here. Look at here. Okay, designing your future. This course prepares students to make successful transitions to post-secondary working, education, or training. Man, does anyone remember taking this course? Does anybody remember taking this course? Gosh, darn it. And you know what? Maybe it's just because when we were young, we were just like not paying attention as much. I would have loved to take this course. Like, golly. And then what? That was the last one I saw. Social. Let's see if anything in social study or social sciences. Sorry. I don't want to do mathematics. Okay. This is why I thought about social studies as well. Social sciences, sorry. I keep thinking studies. Is because I know food and nutrition was in there. So I was like, okay, why wouldn't they have put that in that aspect, right? So because that says page 81, that means if we go up a little bit, it's going to show us the whole thing. Individual and family learning. I don't know why they never teach it in that part. So, like, is it me? Am I the only one that thought this way? Or is it me because I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow. Oh, look at that. Okay. Man, I really have to speak to someone. Oh, I might speak to someone about this. Oh, but no. Sorry, you know me. I like to think out loud and things. Nope, this is science. Oh, would it be under there? Hold on, let me make sure. Is it right? Oh, yeah. Okay, science is before, so. And I took science back in the day. Oh my gosh, when we had to cut a frog or a pig, I was not having that. I was not doing that. I was like, no, my partner can do that. So big up my partner for doing all the cutting. She's now a doctor, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so there's food and nutrition, individual and family living and working with children. Okay. See, there's 2 of them. Managing personal and family resources and managing personal resources. So there was something. Sorry, I'm sending allergic to this dog, but no one knows that. Or if he's too much up enough, then like I'm like slowly dying, but I'm good. Okay, let's see. Individual and family learning, basic needs, how to relate to others. I don't think anyone took this dang course. Transition to adulthood. I don't think anyone took this course. What else? Okay, managing. Okay, so okay. So then it says here, managing personal and family resources explores how to use human, material, community resources effectively and how to make informed choices with respect to clothing purchases, finance, food and nutrition, housing and transportation. I know this was just like a snippet of it. But at the same time, did I take this course? Probably not, because I was focusing more on the business aspect, right? So whose fault is it anyways? You know what? One thing I know for sure school didn't teach. I'll show you this part. Oh, this shit. Well, I think I learned this through my parents per se. Or once I got a savings account. Dang, I wish I did it that way. It's paying yourself first. Pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. It's a pain-free way to save and invest. I vouch for this all the time. Yep, yep, yep. I'd be so screwed if I didn't have that habit of saving and then graduating into investing, right? So I will always strive to tell folks to do this, please. So even the folks that give their children as young as 3, 4 a piggy bank, just teach them to have jars, have different jars to save, because if you give them that habit now, man, you are going to be helping them in so much ways, or so many ways. Sorry. And I also found an article from Tangerine. Big up Tangerine. I haven't seen Tangerine in a hot second. It is an article that says the things I wish I learned in high school. This is going to help me to see if what I just showed y'all is actually like factual, if we actually did learn something and we just don't remember it, right? So key takeaways: most people would say that their high school education didn't prepare them for financial reality they face as adults. Does anyone feel that way? Like for reals. Like, remember, these are the things that I'm talking about. If you feel this way, I would really love to hear this, right? Schools across Canada are incorporating financial literacy into their curriculum. Acquiring these skills at an early age can help set up young people for greater success after graduation. And even that, there's so many great places. There's Flip and Floss, there's Fitness Kill. There are so many programs that I know that now are really striving for financial literacy. So if you feel like your child needs more, there are different things. Ooh, I wonder if I could put it. Give me a moment, because now StreamYard has these nifty stuff. Has like a QR code and all that good stuff. Only if I could find it. Because even though it's nifty, I can't find everything. I've seen it before, but now it's disappearing on me. There it is. So let's hope. That's silly. That's not how I'm seeing it. I'll do that. I'll try that. I'll try that another time. Actually, maybe I can. And of course, yes, I'm going to be searching it at the same time as we're doing this. Woo! Because I have it on my screen. I have it here. There it is. If I could get the code from here. Then I'll just show it to you. Boom, bam, bam. But as I did, sorry, let me go back to here. So obviously, I'm not gonna say obviously because I cannot remember, and I would love to get a teacher, whether you've been in the school system for 20 years, 25 years, or 5, 10 years. I would love to hear the curriculum that's there, right? Like they're saying, how much did you know about money? Could you explain what a GIC is? Or hopefully now they're going to be talking about TFSAs, FHSA, RSP. All now there's still like debates on like what RSP does, how debt repayment works, how to build your credit score. So these are the things that kids were thinking about. Like if you think about like, did I learn that in high school? I'm gonna say I didn't learn in high school. I did learn these stuff at home. I kind of, sort of. But first it starts at home, right? Sorry, there's my computer went blank for a minute. Let's see what happens when I. Okay. Oh, it's not doing the way I want. Oh, this is interesting. How do I? Oh, let me see if I have it. Oh, where did I save it to? Oh, save it to myself. And I'm going to, let's see if this works. Okay, tell me if this works, because I'm excited. Actually, I'll show you what I'm going to be putting up. How can I show you guys this part? Nah. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to share this, but as a different QR code. As soon as I find it over here, don't know. Okay, hopefully this works. I'm pretty. Okay. Sometimes I worry about what y'all see that I see. Okay. Okay, this should work. This should work. This should work. Let's see. Let's see. Tell me if you see it, y'all. I'll move this. Put down the cord. Oh, see it there? See it there? Oh, but it's gonna just put it there. I don't want it there. I guess we can have it there for the time being, right? Man, I wish you could tell me. Like, I wish I could have it where I want it. You get me? So I'm gonna have that on there for a minute, and this is to help folks if you're not only wanting to get financial literacy at school, public school, you have Flip and Floss that's able to provide that for you as well, right? So yeah, let's see. How many years have it been since you graduated? And saying that they never learned any. Sorry, they never. Whoa, what's happening? Now you can't see me. It just didn't. It didn't exist, or we just don't remember, right? And I will admit that I don't remember, but there's a little things that I remember in high school, but I don't. I think it was literally just a week because I really liked math and these things. The way I got excited when I did personal finance in university, I know I would have been excited in high school, but I was a troublemaker a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, y'all. But yeah, like, does anyone remember their curriculum? That's another question I have. Like, what do you remember learning when it comes to personal finance in high school? That's a real thing. Man, I feel like, am I disappearing? Is it me? Okay, point number 4. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be an expert to build wealth. This is a point. This is not like this is true. Like, I think a lot of things that happen to folks is they're like, oh my god, I have no idea about investing, so I'm just not gonna do it. What? That is really? Listen, and I've said this many times. If you've been on this journey, I've said it many times. all you have to know is actually, man, I haven't done that one in a while too. That's probably going to be another episode too. Um, yes, you have to learn the basic in the stock market, right? Yes, it would be lovely to do some research about some companies. And if you don't know any companies, just look at the things you purchase every day. Or if you really like don't want to like think about a company, the S&P 500. How many times do I have to say it? Oh, all right, bet. Right? You don't have to know the full 100 degrees or different levels to start the stock market. Hell no. Hell no. You can learn on the way, but there are steps to it, right? I've always said level one is like cash, money mart, money fund, GICs, and then you go into ETFs, mutual funds, and then you go into stocks, individual stocks, and then you go into option trading, future trading. I don't know where you want to add crypto into it. I guess you can add it somewhere in between, because as long as you get an understanding of stocks and like reading the charts, then you can dabble into crypto with your due diligence, right? Um, so like that's one of the biggest myths, is that, oh, you know, you gotta know everything about the stuff. No, you just gotta do a little bit research so you have a better understanding, and start watching things that talk about the stock market. Shit, I even seen it's on Netflix, there's something about the stock market, which I might watch tonight and things. But yeah, like think about that. The truth is, the real absolute truth is, you don't need to time the market. You need time in the market. And what does that mean? It's basically stop looking at what just happened this week. Stop looking at what happened in April 2025. Did you see what happened in March 2020? And I'll say this again. It's wild. And granted, things are rough. I get it. But it's kind of wild that we all didn't jump into opportunity in 2020. What? If you're able, financially able, of course. And I'm talking about like, yo, even if you put in $20, $50, that is always my stance. I know one of my homies, me and him always have this big debate. Nah, you can't just buy one. Nah, you gotta be able to buy 1,000, 10,000. And I'm like, you're still gonna get to the same place, whether I buy one stock and it goes up 100%, or whether you buy this penny stock and it goes up 2%. We're still winning, right? But being in the market from time, remember, I officially started in 2018, right? So I'm almost a decade in the game, right? But I still have so much more to learn. But I know I'm here for the long run. So when it comes to, I'll say when it comes to building wealth, let's stop thinking short term, because our short term gains is not going to build the wealth that we want. It's gonna get us these nice things, these nice vacations, and all them things that we want. But if you want that real wealth, it's about long term. Well, I'm not thinking about what's gonna happen with the stock by the end of December. I'm gonna think about what's gonna happen to the stock 10, 15 years from now. That's why I also have to do my research with certain stocks to make sure that it's going to be beneficial in the future, right? So we want to think about the things that are evolving in the world, and just reading, right? Another myth that people think about, oh, I can't start small. I can't. No, yes, you can. $25, fam. $25. $50 if that's all you can afford. My mentor, Kurt, said he started off with 25, and trust me, he's good. Like, stop it. We can start off slow. Just start. I don't care if you even use well simple. Actually, I'm so happy. Actually, I have an article from well simple. Article. Um, stop screen. I'll share this. Let me show you this one. And this is the biggest fact. And see, there's just so many things I have to talk about. And sometimes I forget that I have so much stuff to talk about. The most important thing I learned about money is nobody knows anything. I thought it says everything when I kind of read it, but it's cool. I'd rather say no, nobody knows everything. I'd vouch for that, but that's real simple for you. Just kidding. But at the end of the day, I think I'll explain it later. Think you're smarter than the market, you're wrong. That's true. Let's see what he's trying to say. Don't want to do it. Oh, wait. Okay, nobody knows anything. If you think you're smarter than the market, you're wrong. Or maybe you're right once, but then you're going to be wrong later. Now I understand. Remember what I said? I've been 8 years into the game. No, 7 years into the game, but I'm still learning because obviously I don't know everything. Shit. I'm still trying to learn certain things like stop loss and all that things. So stop thinking you have to be an expert to get into the market. Point blank, period. Right? I am going to give a shout out to Well Simple. I did go to the webinar, that thing where they were saying what's the new stuff that's happening. However, don't get it twisted. I'm still team Quest Trade, right? But Well Simple's about to get a 0 commission on option trading. Quest Trade, I need you to fix up because y'all's is $11.95, far as I remember. And Interactive Brokers, y'all need to fix up too, even though theirs is $1. So that's sweet. Trust me. Oof. Option trading on Interactive Brokers is sweet. But 0? Shit. I was like, damn. And then they're also bringing on like gold or metal. So that's really dope. But don't get it twisted. Quest Trade as that too. Let me see this. Hold on. So give me a second. Oh, yes. So Quest Trade is going to have Quest Metals. So I see that they're going to compete with that. But Quest Trade, come with the option trading, please. But again, remember I went back to point one. You see how my emotions went weird with it? It's just the cost is wild. But I want to also say this. This is a full disclaimer. Remember, this is educational purposes only. If you are going to do option trading, and the one thing I fear about Well Simple getting option trading is because most beginners started with Well Simple, right? Most beginners started with Well Simple, and maybe I'll even say yes, Quest Trade as well, because it was more cost efficient than like the big five. But I'm warning y'all folks that are in Well Simple, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, what's this option trading? Please learn it first. Don't go in blind. Don't go in blind. You will lose all your money. Trust and believe that, baby. So yeah, so big up. Well, ooh. Did you see that, guys? Hold on, I gotta fix up my lighting. This is wild. Golly. So big up, well, simple. If Questrade doesn't fix up, I may get a well simple. So anyone that has a well simple link me up. And then I guess this is the time when I'll be able to do my true comparison, because I'm always team questioning things, right? What else? What else with you don't, I don't know how much I can explain. Like, you seriously don't have to be an expert. Yes, I love talking about personal finance, and yes, I love talking about stocks and investing. So yes, it excites me a little bit more, but you can be talking about it too. I can show you enough things that will get you excited. Like, even like I said, Netflix. There's, I think, a movie called Margin Call. And there's a couple more that I actually want to watch and just take in. You guys know I love to chat. I thought it was going to be less than an hour, but I should have known better. But number 5, this one's going to be short. 5 things, or sorry, point number 5, what you can start doing right now. I think one of the things that I've acknowledged is that people think they can't start right now. Of course you can. And I'm going to say something that someone told me, mentioned to me today or during the week. If you don't like how your life is, actually, I heard it a couple times. If you don't like how your life is going at the moment, make a change. I was watching EYL, and the guy said, if you don't like what's happening in your life at the moment, turn the page. And I just started thinking of a song. I'm not going to think of the song because it probably makes me emo. But if you are wanting a change, you can do it right now. And I'm going to hide the QR code. I'll change it. I'll put it back after. I'll try to find a way to fix it up. But you can start by, see how this teleprompter thing works. I don't think it's gonna work for me, y'all. No, it won't work. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, so with the 3 articles that I showed y'all, there's 3 things that we can do start now, right? Automate your savings. You can do the savings plan that I have. Let me see if I have it here. There it is. Oh, you know what? I feel like there must be a way I can just show an image. I feel like that is the wrong thing to do because I actually don't know how it's gonna show. Hold on. Let's try. Okay, say less. So I'll share my screen. Yeah, we could have just done this, Cam. Put up that screen. Oh, shimmy. Oh, it's right. Add to, yeah. There we go. Damn. Zoom in. Nah, didn't. Oh, it did. Good, 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 good. Man, what week are we in? What week are we in? I feel like we're in week 40, if I'm correct. 45? Damn, are we actually in week 45? Damn. So ideally, if you've been rocking with me from the beginning, or if you started late and stuff, it's okay. 1955, you'd be saving, you'd be putting $25 in. If you can't afford that, I totally understand. I totally understand. Start with $10 each week in your savings, right? Or any amount that you're comfortable with each paycheck. Review your credit. See, we were talking about debt. Review your credit, or about your score, or review your debt that you have. Start using the snowball or avalanche to pay off your debt, and pick one investing app. You know which one I'm going to tell you, and start with $50 or $100. Hey, Joe. What did I say before? Join Discord. Join our Discord. That's what I should have had. I wonder if there's two. Ooh. Okay, so I'll have two. Oh, that's sick. Ooh, this is gonna be so sick. Hold on. Join Discord with the QR code. Man, give me a moment. Sheesh. Do I have Discord on this phone? I think I do. There it is. Oh man, that would be so cool. Settings. Invites. Don't pause invites. This is the time when I get annoyed because I wish I just knew how to. I have it here. Box side, but I want it here. Never. Save. Okay, copy link. Send it here. Gosh, this is gonna be so cool. So then I have a Discord. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I got the Discord one too. What? You know what? You know what? Okay, sorry, I got excited for some reason. All right, so we can join Discord too. Boom, bam, bam. See it there? See it there? Join Discord. You have no excuse now. You can just click, take a picture, right? So yeah, start investing. I want to build a community where we're able to tribe, community, village, however you want to see it, to be thinking about investing, right? But if you really want to deep dive with me, by all means, contact me. I wonder, that might be there too. So we'll see. I might. I'll do that next time. I'm like kind of disappearing, but yeah. Shit. Forgot there's a banner. You can start doing this right now. I believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? Right? So these are the things that you never were taught about money. I think I said that right. Correct me. And this is how I wanted to jump off Financial Literacy Month. I will decide whether it's a series. I did say it was going to be a series. I'll decide by next week. Okay. because just had to see how it flows and everything. But yeah, make sure you like, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend, and check on your strong people and check on your folks, your family and friends, loved ones that were affected in not only in Jamaica, in Haiti, and I believe Cuba was hit too. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I did hear that they were being ignored. Of course, as a true Jamaican, I'm going to represent for Jamaica, but I also want to be knowledgeable about the other folks as well, or other islands, and yeah, other islands. Because even my other friends that are in different islands, they were affected. So please, 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 please check on your loved ones. Make sure you like, comment. I want to hear, especially the curriculum. That is wild. You see how it's scanned? But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And it's financial literacy month. It's time for us to, get it cracking. Learn some financial or some personal finance, some financial literacy, all right? Till next time, folks. Peace and love. Oh, wait. I wanted to see how 242 represents personal finance. And hold on. Can't spell. Let's see what 242 means when it comes to money or personal finance. There's nothing. If I find something out, I'll let you guys know later on. All right? Okay. Until next time, folks. Peace out. Peace and love.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see?